in, it's time. It's March Madness time. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a DLS special girls semifinal show right here at Bob Carpenter Center. We're just about an hour or so away from the opening tip-off here, the DIAA girls basketball state semifinals. I'm Pat Garianis, along with me, Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, and fellas, I want to grab your thoughts here. Right here, we're waiting on the two teams that are going to be joined here by Caravel and Tackle here shortly. But want to get your opening thoughts here, getting ready for it's the biggest week of Delaware hoops.
It's going to be an exciting one. I know some of us had a chance to talk a little bit about it yesterday. But what Final Four matchups we got, Pastor Jay? Some great ones, and in the building of the 2022 CAA champions. And now it's time, congratulations, to one of the best teams on here, the top seed in the Washington tournament. And that's the
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Games here.
India, Donnell?
Yes.
Dawn. You said make sure you tell my cousin?
Niece.
Make sure you tell us good luck with him.
So we're going to take our first commercial break of the night. When we come back, we'll be joined by Caravel and go talk to you guys and your players. We'll be right back.
He'll be there for
Championship game?
Yeah. So you got to get to that.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
At Ferris Home
Your
Improvements.
home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, DLS special girls basketball semifinal show. Joined here by our first guest of the night, the top-seeded Caravel Buccaneers. Ladies, have you introduce yourself, and then we'll go right from there.
Cell phone?
Desire, and Taylor Lopez.
Of course, Coach Kristen Caldwell. You guys have had ladies have had a great start to the tournament. Big win against Cesar Rodney in the second round. But you were tested against Woodbridge a couple of nights ago, 50-40 victory. Before we look ahead here, just talk a little bit about how important that may have been to get tested like that in the quarterfinal matchup and get yourselves right going into the semifinals here.
It showed us that nothing is going to be given to us in this tournament. We have to work for it and can't underestimate anybody at all because anything can happen no matter who the team is, what the score was last time.
You said before, just taking one game at a time and not taking, your bracket for granted, definitely. And also, one thing that game definitely tested was our mental toughness, because there was a point where you just look at the scoreboard, you're like, oh shoot.
How do you feel about playing at an atmosphere like the Bob Carpenter Center, where college teams play, and chance with the big crowd here tonight? What's it like playing on the court?
It's
definitely mind-blowing, I'm sure. The last time I was here, it was definitely. So, I'm ready for tonight. Looking forward to it.
I told them on the bus ride coming over here, what would you rather do this year, playing the Final Four at the Bob, or last year playing the Final Four at St. E's? No, we're not going to play the Final Four at St. E's. So it's a lot of fun that this event is back here, and we're just excited to get it going.
Absolutely. And Coach, what's the message? How do you, obviously this is a big stage. Is there any particular message that you pass along?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. For me,
We haven't played well in this tournament at all yet. And so you're like, okay, we haven't played well yet. We don't take that for granted. We had stuff to clean up, but now we're in the Final Four, and I think we're ready to play our best basketball tonight, and that's what I'm excited to see.
Absolutely. And looking at it, I mean, obviously you played Tatton a little bit earlier in the season, won by 1 point, 46-45 back on January 4th. What kind of challenges does this team present, and what did you learn from that first matchup?
Physicality.
Go.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
One thing, especially with Tatnall, that we have to overcome today is definitely their physicality and size, and that's something we kind of lack there, but.
Okay.
We just know that they're well coached, and I mean that. Like I was kind of saying to them, I said what impresses me on the film, there's nothing flashy or crazy that they do. They're just so solid and disciplined and good on both ends of the floor, and so that's the challenge to me in a nutshell right there. They're just a good team that is solid all the way around.
Absolutely. Jay?
Yeah, so you guys get Tatnall here. You played them in the regular season. It was a close game, and now you get them here again tonight. What are some of the things that you have to do tonight to come away with a victory?
Just look to score, be better shooting wise, and then defense, most importantly, the details matter, like all the little things, making sure we do the things that we talked about in practice. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, best of luck tonight. We'll let you get back to the locker room, get locked in, get focused. 6:30 tip-off. It's the Caravel Buccaneers. Thanks again. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Take a commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their...
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports Girls Final Four preview show. Thanks for joining us live at the Bob Carpenter Center. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang, Pat Garianis. So we just had a chance to talk to Coach Kristen Caldwell and company of the top-seeded Caravel Bucks. They are getting ready for action shortly behind us here on the hardwood. Tip-off, of course, scheduled for 6:30 p.m. here tonight. So let's talk a little bit about this Caravel Buccaneer team, guys. We had a chance to just talk to them. They seem ready to go. Pat, you and Glenn had a chance to do that quarterfinal matchup the other night. A tough one against a tough team in Woodbridge. They were able to pull it out. What does this team do so well?
Yeah, I mean, well, they're smart, high IQ basketball team. They were challenged. Woodbridge put together a heck of an effort and really won the opening, we'll say, 10 minutes of that game from an effort standpoint. And then eventually Coach Caldwell called a timeout, and they started to try and step up in terms of matching the energy from Woodbridge. But Woodbridge just wouldn't go away. They played a very, very good game, and, Caravel struggled to shoot. But, the second half, you saw India Johnston come up with some big-time plays. They also had, blanking on the name here, but transfer that came in late in the season.
Janai Gill.
Janai. She
started at Caravel, by the way, left and came back.
Came back, yeah. And she had like 3 to 4 layups in the late third quarter, fourth quarter that really helped them pull away in this game. But, they're just a really well-rounded team. And, this matchup will be tough. I'll let Mike talk about this matchup specifically. But, yeah, Tatnall with the size, it'll be interesting. But this is a pretty well-rounded and now a little bit more deep of a team than we've seen throughout the year.
And, Mike, you heard Kristen Caldwell sit up here, and she just said they haven't been really playing that well so far in the tournament. Here they are back in the Final Four. He talked about being here as opposed to last year at St. Elizabeth's. But when this team is really on, they're really good. And if they're only scratching the surface to get here, they could be a pretty good team if they're able to click tonight.
I mean, her results speak for themselves. And I believe this, other than last year, I think they've been in the final. I know they lost to Conrad the one year. They lost to Stanford the year after that. This is the fifth or sixth finals, or not finals appearance, but they're in the Final Four.
They've been there
all the time.
They're always there. I mean, you want to go back like 7 years.
This
has been a good
forever.
run.
Caravel's always had.
A freshman, right?
When India was a freshman, yeah, they've been here for forever. They've done everything but finish, right? They've lost that Final 4 or 5 times. Obviously, they have a coach who's outstanding and knows what she's doing, and the kids. They get kids, that school is so small, and they get kids who want to play basketball at a high level over and over and over. They go to Caravel, and they're obviously coached very well, and they're good players to start with when they come in there. You always have to be careful with India. She may not be shooting well. She could come out and make 8 or 9 3-pointers. I've seen games where she's made 8 or 9 3-pointers. You got to watch Taylor Wilkins is one of their better defenders. Janai Gale gives them some height to counter the Kirby sisters.
And like you said, they didn't have that in the beginning of the year. We saw them at the Diamond State Classic. Taylor Wilkins had to play big down in the post, and now Gil giving them some help out. That should really help come this
Yeah, and Taylor was hurt to start the year too, so they've gotten a little better personnel-wise. And they have some key pieces off the bench. Hayden is a real key for them off the bench. It's one that really comes to mind. Lauren Hayden gives them some defense. Kristen goes about 9 or 10 deep normally. Sometimes coaches shorten the bench in postseason, but I would not be surprised to see her go 9 or 10 deep tonight to counter Tatnall, who's not very deep, and they play their starters. They'll play until they foul out generally. Right. Coach Smith has some really, really talented kids. He just doesn't have a super deep bench. But this should be, I think it's going to be a great game. If it's like the regular season game, we're in for a treat.
And obviously a little bit of a different story when you're playing here at the Bob Carpenter Center, Pat. A little bit of a bigger court, obviously, a bigger depth perception. Everything's going to be a little bit different here. Do you think that may play into subs and depth at all, a little bit playing here at the Bob?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to feel bigger, too. Like, it should feel bigger for these girls coming into an arena. I mean, the floor is really the same kind of dimensions, but it just looks bigger when you're out there. And yeah, the depth perception, shooting on a rim that's coming up from the floor instead of hanging down from a ceiling, it definitely plays into it a little bit. Not to mention, the bleachers being pushed out a little bit. This is bigger than any gym you shot into. So yeah, there could be a little bit of a feeling out stage early in this game, but it could also turn the other way. I mean, it all depends on how it is. I mean, I know personally, I shoot better from the rims that come up from the floor than I do the ones that come down from the ceiling. So a Caravel team that may have been struggling to shoot early on, down the stretch this season, maybe the fortunes turn a little bit. We'll see.
We will see tonight. We're going to take another break here. We'll come back, dive a little bit more into these Final Four matchups, and then we're going to be waiting for the Tatnall Hornets. They're going to join us here shortly, just ahead of tip-off against Caravel. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live Sports.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared, as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality. High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared, as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality. High Five Hospitality was...
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the DLS Special Girls Basketball Semifinal Show. Full panel up here: Nick, Mike, Jay, myself, waiting on Tatnall to arrive here. Hit a little bit of a traffic jam, so we got to fill some time. And what better than talking about this matchup up ahead of us here? Talk a little bit about this Tatnall Hornets team, Mike, Jay. What you have come to see from this group, obviously before they get on here, and how they match up with this Caravel group.
The main thing everybody knows about Tatnall is they have height in the form of the Kirby sisters, Emma and Sophie. Sophie, for her height, is more of an outside player. She likes to get out and shoot. Emma Kirby, she's inside. She's a rebounder. She likes to kind of control things from the inside. And
they are here.
You gotta love me to love this. This is getting all off the cusp. This is like a reality show.
We had a special guest just on the show.
Right, man.
So, but anyway, they also have Callie Clayton kind of runs things for them, and a freshman, Cherish Bryant. I'm sorry, name dropped out for just a second.
It happened to me.
Got them all in there, though.
I miss Bree Goche is the other starter. They're not very deep, but they're very, very talented. And the Kirby sisters can make life miserable for anybody. And I'm sure that's what they want to do tonight. But they're well coached. They're very disciplined.
Yeah.
They're just not very deep. But Jay was at the game the other night. They put it all together against St. Elizabeth, and it was not close in the beginning. Jay can talk about that because he was there.
Yeah,
and
Jay.
I wasn't.
Talk to us about it, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Well, Emma Kirby had a fantastic game. Hit some shots early. But the key was Bryant. The freshman point guard did not turn the ball over against St. Elizabeth's pressure, which St. E's is known for forcing turnovers. They did not get many turnovers from that Tatnall team. And then that 15-0 run to start the game. There's just no coming back from that. But one thing they did, they didn't give up any offensive boards early in that first half. They didn't turn the ball over. The one thing they struggled at was at the foul line. So in a close game, like they played the first time against Caravel, they got knocked down some of those free throws. It's going to be interesting because it's their first time ever in the Final Four, and they're playing here at the Bob Carpenter Center for the first time. So, it's a different atmosphere, different setup. So I think it's going to be maybe a little lower scoring first quarter, and then we'll see how both teams adjust.
And obviously, when you think about this game, guys, you think about Tatnall, and you mentioned Emma Kirby and them having success inside. And then you think about Caravel, it's kind of the logistics are way different. They are a different style of play for the Caravel Buccaneers, not as so much pound you inside as you have with the backcourt and the guard play with India Johnston. Where do you see the keys to this game being, if you see that being the key? Who do you think wins that matchup with Emma Kirby on the inside and then Caravel with the backcourt? Is Kirby going to be able to limit India Johnston's penetration inside to dish, find some of those teammates, and going to make them shoot from the outside? How do you think if that goes, Caravel can adapt to that?
Well, I think India's a smart player. I don't think she's going to run in and try Emma Kirby unless she maybe gets a couple fouls on her and then says, hey, well, she's not going to do anything. She's going to play the Swiss cheese defense. But if Kirby can stay out of foul trouble, I don't see any reason for Indy to go inside. She's too good of an outside shooter, and she has Janai Gale and she has Taylor Wilkins down low, but they have outside shooters in Price and Crawford. So I'm not sure that they need those three to be driving. If they start hitting early, they might just park it outside and just shoot over top of the Tatnall defense all night.
Yeah, well, this one should be a good one. There's no doubt about that. Well, guys, while we're waiting for them to get in here, there is another game here tonight.
Right,
this one.
Get into it.
That's right. We're not doing too many shows, are we?
Yeah, Ursuline and Stanford. Talk to us. Obviously, their buses aren't here, so they're unable to join us on the show right now. Their tip-off is not until 8 o'clock. Talk to us a little bit about that matchup and what you've come to see. If you want to each take a team or however you guys want to go about it, but talk to us a little bit about that matchup.
Yeah, I guess I'll start with Stanford. Not a very deep team, but all their players scored double figures in any game.
Mm-hmm.
A very talented group. Their 2 losses for out-of-state teams. By the way, they are 4-0 against the teams left in the Final Four. They beat Tatnall twice. They beat Ursuline by 12, and they beat Caravel to end the season by, I think they scored 73 points in that game against Caravel. So this team can score. They play great defense. They're very solid. They got some experience with Meredith and Carroll. But they also got the young players, and they're just right now they're clicking on all cylinders. Their 2 losses were in early December in tournaments, so they've ran it off, and they're on a roll right now. And but the first time they played, it was 38-26, a low-scoring game. So I said they could score, but they can also play defense. They held a good Ursuline team to 26 points the first time they played.
And Mike, talk to us a little bit about Ursuline.
They're young. I mean, very, very young. They have a couple of seniors on the team. Ella Gordon is really the senior who sees the most playing time. But you're talking about a team that starts Jordan Tate inside. She's a freshman. They have Shamira Marshall Brothers started against Charter the other night. Nick, she's a sophomore. You're looking at Phil Paskey's a junior. She's one of the older players on that team, along with Hannah Kelly. We've all seen Hannah play multiple sports. And then the other freshman, Abby Grillo, is going to start usually. And so you're looking at 2 freshmen, 2 juniors, and then 1 senior, and they're bringing all this youth off the bench. They haven't been here, most of them. I don't know if any of them have played here. It's been a while since Ursuline's been at this stage. I don't think any of these girls has played here before. It's been a couple of years since we've been in the
you got to think
building.
of it. Last year was at a neutral site. 2 years ago, they didn't play the semifinals because of COVID.
That's correct.
So it's now
it's been a while.
It's like India said she's a senior this year. She's a senior this year. Yeah. Not since her freshman year.
Right. I think, they played, was it Stanford? I think they played that year.
It was 2019.
Okay, so I think it was Lauren Park with the
baseline floater.
That baseline floater, we'll never forget
and
that
what a
one.
career she's having, by the way.
She's been
Hall.
great at Seton Hall.
Single game assist record for them a few weeks back. And Mike, we had a chance to do the Ursuline Charter game on, I believe it was Monday night.
Yeah, they just run together.
What a crowd! But the thing that impressed me with Ursuline was how physical they played in that game. You mentioned Jordan Tate dominated the glass, double-digit rebounds,
Jordan was great.
And the screens, the boxing out, the way they played was physical, and they could shoot well. They were a 3-and-D team, and we saw that against Charter. If they make you play that style of play and you fall into that and they're playing tough defense and hitting their threes, they're going to be a tough team to beat. But now to the other side, when you take a look at Stanford, I think they're the most talented team remaining here in the Final Four, maybe all season long. It's going to be tough to battle them. They've got it all starts with Zy Kilgo, the point guard. She runs the show for them. And here we go. As we're joined now by the Tatnall Hornet here ahead of tonight's Final Four matchup. Getting some camera time here. It's that time, the first ever Final Four appearance here for the Tatnall Hornet. We're feeling really good, as are they. Buzzing.
Apparently the Hornets got a buzz going on, right?
As we're ready here, as we await, the Hornets are going to join us in just a little bit ahead of that matchup tonight with Caravel. But Tatnall in that first Final Four appearance in school history. So what a job that time for the Tatnall Hornets.
I think this Ursuline Stanford game, you mentioned the 3-and-D. You got 2 teams that can shoot from the outside, and I think it's got an and they both have size inside with Tate and Jazz Wesley off the bench. And you're looking at Jada Snow, who is inside for Stanford, a freshman, another freshman. He's a second-year varsity. They're really, really good. But if you get Kilgo and Pierce and Meredith and Carroll shooting from the outside, and then you're looking at Filipowski and Gordon and Grillo. These teams are not afraid to launch the ball. We could have, this could be a bombs away type of night, and that could be a really, really good game. And again, I think in Stanford, if they get on a run, it could be lights out early.
And again, we're not going to say they obviously played before. Ursuline's playing really tough right now. It's going to be interesting to see, and I don't think they'll have too much trouble, but with dealing with that physicality that Ursuline, we saw out of them against Charter, out-physical Charter on the glass through screens the entire game. So interesting to see now if Stanford are going to get tested maybe finally this season after they've seen kind of, like you said, the out-of-state games, Jay, were kind of the only ones that they were tested in and took losses. It's going to be interesting to see how they follow that up here at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Yeah, and their 2 games in the tournament, they've held both their opponents to under 30 points a game. First time they played Ursuline, they held Ursuline to 26 points. So it's a team that is physical themselves. They do a great job of limiting possessions. They do a great job hitting the boards, and Marcus has got them playing really well right now. But again, half these girls probably had never played on a court like this, and same thing with Ursuline. So it can be who's going to adjust after the first quarter and see how that first quarter goes. I think Ursuline needs to knock down their threes if they want to get out of here with the victory tonight. The first time they played Stanford, they did not shoot the ball very well, but they've been shooting the ball very well in the tournament. And so if they can knock down the shots here tonight, they can pull off the upset.
We'll find out. Interesting note here before this game. Was scrolling through Facebook today. Adriana Hahn posted a memory. 10-year anniversary of the 2012 state championship team.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah, so that was
old, Pat.
Well.
But Adriana never ages.
So 10-year anniversary. You had Mary, now Reader, but at the time Mary Abram was on there. A couple other players as well. I mean, that was a talented group.
I wonder if Mary and Troy will be in the building tonight. You never know.
I think they're on
Southern California.
They're on a trip right now.
Yeah, Southern California's got quite the grip on you too. I don't know.
Well, they were just here last week, so you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But so that'll be interesting to see what Ursuline can do on the 10-year anniversary of one of their state championship teams.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. We're going to take one more break here. When we come back, we'll hopefully be joined shortly by your Tatnall Hornets ahead of that Final Four matchup against Caravel. It's almost that time. Tip-off almost here at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your
I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm...
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and
your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality. High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
You can't plan it any better than that. That's the buzzer. That's what time it is. It's Final Four time here at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Warm-up time, baby.
Alongside
Warm-up
Pat
time.
Uranis
And
and Jason Winchell. Well, 1 for 4. We're batting 250 right now. That's okay. These teams got to focus on the semifinals coming up. We have some good matchups, Pat, and it's all going to get started with Caravel and Tatnall.
It is about 20 minutes away from tip-off, and we talked about it, broke it down. It's going to be a good matchup. Jay, final thoughts here?
Yeah, I think we're going to see 2 great semifinal games here tonight. I'm looking forward to this one. Tatnall's first ever trip to the girls' semifinals. Could have happened to a nicer team out there, and let's see if nerves get to them early or not. But I think they can hang with this Caravel team, and I think this could be a really good game. And same thing with the second game. I think Stanford Ursuline, the Blue Bloods.
Right.
They're here all the time, and they're going to go head-to-head here tonight and see who determines who's in the final.
Now, just a reminder, in case you haven't done so yet, the games tonight will be streamed on the NFHS network. So make sure, if you're going to go tune into the games at home, that's where you got to go ahead and do that. Tomorrow night, Nick, we're going to be doing this yet again for the highly anticipated boys semifinal matchup right here at the Bob Carpenter Center, 5 p.m., or 5:15, right around there is when we'll get started, and we'll be joined by, we know so far, Salesianum and Seaford, waiting for confirmation from the other 2 teams, but should be a good day tomorrow too. Good night tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. And again, coming off of Blue Hens CAA championship last night, they're going dancing. We're at the home of the 2022 CAA champs. So again, congratulations to Jair Davis and company. And hopefully we'll get a chance to maybe speak with him tomorrow as well, ahead of tomorrow's boys Final Four. He's been here a few times. He's done it a few times as well.
Won twice.
So we'll see. We'll see if we can get him on tomorrow to talk about that. But some great matchups tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. So that will do it. Girls semifinal matchups coming at you. 6:30 tip-off behind us, and then shortly after that, the wrap-up between Stanford and Ursuline. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you either on NFHS Network or tomorrow, 5:15. Thanks again. See you then.